Apex Legends has just got a surprise Season 27 update that changes a few things, along with hidden teasers for the mid-season update and even more new features coming to Apex. So to start with, Apex Legends Season 27 kicked off with Horizon changes, and one of those was a brand new level 2 perk called Gravity Boots, where you could press crouch in the air to slam into the ground, and this would actually end up working perfectly with her level 3 perk, Conservation of Energy, where her passive would grant 25 shield regen on a soft landing. Now this meant that you could actually heal Horizon to full shield really quickly by just hopping on and off of a zipline and slamming to the ground, because this activated her perk at really low heights, and the shield regen would stack even if the first shield regen hadn't finished yet. And as you can tell, that is super overpowered and really annoying to fight against. But today, Apex Legends dropped a surprise patch, and they immediately changed this. So now they've increased the velocity needed to trigger the shield healing when using fast fall. So now you only get the shield regen when falling from a pretty high distance, so you can't do this trick anymore. On top of that, they've also disabled the ability to queue the next segment shield healing before the first one finishes. So there's literally no way that you can stack this and do it super quickly, therefore eliminating the absolutely broken method of using Horizon's new perks. Also, you may be aware that Olympus was removed from Ranked and Control, and this was due to some unforeseen bugs on the new map. Well, today you'll be glad that Olympus is back up and running in Ranked. At 10 AM Pacific time on the 8th of November, it will be in the Ranked map rotation, so pretty much when this video is uploaded or just after. However, they are still investigating a fix for the map for Control, so there's no new Olympus map in Control for the time being. Now, in today's update, the Apex devs tried to cover up an accidental teaser that they left in the game for the mid-season update or even the Season 28 update that's still to come. And that's because when Season 27 launched, over on Broken Moon, in the quarantine zone, one of the windows had this weird purple glowing effect, and it was actually a breakable window that you could destroy by shooting it. And it also had a prompt for you to be able to barricade it up. However, the prompt didn't do anything. And also, once the window was broken, over time it would actually regenerate and the window would reappear. And it seems like this was accidentally left in the game when Season 27 was released, because now in the most recent update, this has been reverted back to normal. So what was this? Well, it's a potential future update that's on the way to Apex in the near future, and it's going to be breakable windows that will allow for new ways to rotate in and out of buildings. Now, they could implement this in many ways, and it could be unique to specific legend classes. Since we had a prompt to be able to barricade the window, maybe only controller legends are able to barricade the windows. That would be a cool perk for them, and would make sense with their legend's purpose. But we know these purple windows are certainly coming to the game because they already have lore in the game right now, because over on the new Olympus map at Horizon's University, there's an interactable button that shows this purple material, and Horizon describes exactly what this is.
Now, I can guarantee you've never seen something like this before. This was made to reduce environmental waste. It can heal itself when broken and regenerate to its original state, given its complexity. I do wonder if this was something Newton and I worked on together.
So what do you think of breakable and rebuildable windows coming to Apex Legends in the near future? But that's not the only thing that Apex have already teased as a future update, because in the Season 27 mid-season update that should be coming around Christmas time, all signs currently point to one legend in particular receiving buffs or even a rework. Because Season 27 has been all about movement. First up, we have Horizon's new glide perk, where she basically gets Lifeline's glide ability after using a gravity lift. Well, players actually notice that it's not the exact same, because Horizon's gravity lift actually gives you a slight height increase, whereas Lifeline's glide actually makes you fall over time. But with all these new movement buffs, people have been feeling a little bit sorry for Octane. Well, let me tell you, it's not all doom and gloom for him, because first of all, he does synergize really well with the new mantle boost, because it turns out that the mantle boost launch speed actually increases with other speed effects like Octane stim. So you can stack the speed, and this means mantle boosting as Octane is actually really powerful when stimming, so it does give him that slight edge over certain legends. This is the same for Wraith's tactical and her ult, and even Bangalore's passive. The added speed boost does make you mantle even further. But it's still fair to say that Octane does feel a little bit overlooked now in Season 27, with every legend getting crazy movement potential. But there are already hints that we're going to be getting buffs in the mid-season update for Octane. First First of all the splash art and the loading screen for Apex in Season 27, Octane is on the screen, alongside Valkyrie. Now, Valkyrie already got her buffs, but Octane got absolutely nothing. Now, the same thing happened in Season 26, where Mad Maggie was on the loading screen, but she didn't get buffs until the mid-season. And Octane was also a big part of the Season 27 trailer. Not to mention, we also saw a sneak peek of potential buffs about 4 months ago, where Apex released a blog post that included a video of some thermite grenade changes, and in it, we could actually see that Octane had 2 ultimate charges, despite not having any of his perks equipped. So the devs were clearly testing something with Octane. Also, on the Olympus map in Season 27, there are a bunch of billboards advertising Octane's new beverage, Veloce, the hot habanero energy drink. So Octane definitely has a much bigger part to play in Season 27, and it should all become apparent in the mid-season update. What kind of buffs could Octane get? Honestly, they could be crazy. It would be awesome to give his jump pad much more benefits now that we have the mantle boost. Some way for the jump pads to buff him and his teammates even more would be pretty awesome. So do let me know in the comments your theories on what Octane buffs are going to be in the Season 27.5 update. And it's not just future legend buffs and game features that Apex are teasing right now. They've also started finally teasing more lore. And it feels like this Horizon story arc has been going on forever, and now it gets even juicier, because heading back to Horizon's university, there's also another interactable button that tells you about an artifact that might be the missing piece of the puzzle for Horizon's time travel. Take a listen.
While scouring the city, search crews identified remnants of an energy source causing a bit of time mischief. It certainly seems like it could have been used for time traveling. Perhaps it was something I used for exactly that. Well, I do know I'll figure it out, just not quite sure when.
So it seems like Horizon is on the brink of success when it comes to time travel, and might finally be reunited with her son Newton, which is teased even more because you can see Newton Summer's desk behind another one of the interactable walls. So how long will it be before the legends themselves can really time travel in Apex, and we get to see Horizon reunite with her son? Drop your lore theories in the comments. So as you can see, there were many hints hiding in the Season 27 update, even if they were mistakes that the devs have now removed in the latest patch. There's plenty of other cool things in Season 27 that I didn't notice at first when I got to play the early access, and that was things like the Sentinel Inspect animation, which is now the coolest trickshot animation I've ever seen. And even Caustic got a surprise secret change, because now his gas has a chain reaction effect where if Caustic gas touches one of his traps, it will set off the trap in a chain reaction. So if you've got a bunch of traps nearby and one of them goes off, it's likely that that one will set off all the other traps, and this would stop you from having a bunch of separate traps blocking off a building or a doorway that you can just repeatedly use to prevent people from entering. And I think this is quite a well-designed change, but just be careful if you are a Caustic main that you don't set off your own traps by accident. Anyway, that wraps up this video. Even more exciting things are definitely on the way for Season 27. And also remember, if you're going to be buying any Apex coins or the Season 27 Battle Pass, use code BOBSYT on the EA store. It really helps out. If you're on the Apex store and you're buying Apex coins, click promo code and enter BOBSYT. Thanks again for all your support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.